What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hustle, and yes, it's the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell, so whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you will be the first one to be notified. You will be the first one to know what's going on, and hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. I'm talking this one right here, King Hustle, King Hustle X1M. No rags, just riches. King Hustle Crazy Reactions, The Hustle Family, Turn Motivation into Memes, Dog Pound Exotic Pups, Goosebumps Horror Stories, Sleeping with the Rain, Milwaukee Made King Hustle 2.0, and King Hustle Live. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom in the description, all my social media links will pop up. Alright, got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there, so please get a FaceTime verification call or a video. Make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are getting what you paid for, right? And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. Hold on, y'all, my bad. Gotta get the camera together. What to do, my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, my real Hustle Nation Empire family members. And we are back at it again with the gems. I'm back at it again with the sauce. You know, I'm back at it again with the information that's going to turn you into a boss. So you're tired of being a zero. You ready to be your family hero? Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad, get your pen, because y'all already know I got some gems that's going to help you win. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Key Bank. Yes, Key Bank. They got some small business loans for you that you can get to start funding your business. All right, so with their they got business loans, business lines of credit, and they got SBA loans. All right, so the minimum that you can get is $10,000 on term months up to 84 months, and the maximum that you can get is $500 up to a term of 84 months. All right, so without further ado, let's talk about what you need to do before you even try to apply for a business loan or a personal loan, because a lot of people don't understand what needs to happen before you apply for these type of loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. What you need to do, what your credit profile needs to look like before you apply for a loan, credit card, or line of credit, so you won't be mad if you get denied. Because a lot of people just jump up and apply for loans like they have all their documentations together, like they got all their business structured the right way, like they got things in order that's going to allow them to get a loan, and they don't. Then they get mad and play the victim, like, oh, your information. Don't nobody want to hear that. So when it comes to getting funding, personal or business, first things first. First comes personal, then comes business. First you get your personal life together, then you get your business together. And a lot of people don't understand that. So first, you want to focus on getting your personal credit together. Not to an 800, not to a 750, and none of that. You want to get it together, meaning that you want to have decent amount of debt being reported that you're paying down each month on time. And you want to make sure your debt to income ratio is between 36 to 45%. This is what contributes into what the banks will decide if you get approved for a loan or not. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people are afraid of debt. A lot of people feel as if having debt on their credit report or having any debt is bad. Well, debt is what's going to allow you to get funded. A debt is going to be what's going to allow you to get money, because you can show and prove on your credit profile that you can manage debt. That's good. Having a lower amount of debt on your credit profile and being bad debt is bad. They're saying you got $6,000 in debt that you can't manage. So that's basically showing us that you can't manage a small amount of money. That's the issue that a lot of people are having. It's the debt issue. And then you got people who want to get tray lines, try to find tray lines here and there. I need this tray line, I need that tray line. But don't understand that tray lines are debt. When you get a tray line, it's reporting debt to your credit report. So the more debt that you have being reported on your credit report, now, when I say debt, I mean good debt, not bad debt, not the collection accounts that you have on your credit report, that's being reported that you're not paying on. See, this is why I teach credit, because I do this and I teach this every video, because I want y'all to start understanding credit. When it comes to credit, you got bad credit and you got good credit. You got 3 credit bureaus. You got TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Each credit bureau reports a debt. Your overall debt is after they added up all three debts into one. So that's your overall debt. So if you have $6,000 as an overall debt, it can either be good or bad, depending on if it's delinquent, is it in collections, or are you paying on it. Those things matter. Your payment history on your debt matters a lot because you're showing how good you are with paying back money. If you have a bad payment history on your credit report, you will not get approved for any loan, credit card, line of credit, because that's showing the banks, lenders, and group you're not going to pay them back their money. So why would they even give you a chance to lend you money? This is what people are not understanding when it comes to getting funding for personal or business. It's just not bad credit. Your credit score basically determines your APR percent. Meaning if you have bad credit, it's people out there with bad credit, but they have decent payment history, decent debt, and make enough money to get approved for a loan, credit card, line of credit. I'm not saying that you have to have perfect payment history, but you have to have decent amount of payment history. Like, you might miss a payment. Then you might not miss another payment for another 20 months. That's decent because things happens. And you can always get late payments reversed. Not removed, but reversed. You remove your payment history, you're removing age and debt that you need. Because each payment, you're paying some money on this quote-unquote trade line, quote-unquote debt that you're paying down. When you get an auto loan, that's debt. When you get a mortgage loan, that's debt. Each month that you pay on it, you're paying this debt down until you paid it all the way off. Student loans is debt. They want to see that you can manage debt. And if you're not showing that you can manage debt, why would they give you more debt? Does that make sense? So that's why having trade lines, payment history, and the age on your credit report, as well as the DTI, helps you get approved for loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. And I tell you guys this all the time in videos. If there's a will, there's a way. Many people got PPP loans with fake businesses, which means they had to turn in fake, fraudulent, or fake documentations or altered documentations. People on a daily basis are getting loans, credit cards, and lines of credit with altered documentations, who might not have a job, who might have bad credit, who probably never filed taxes before. And I'm saying this to say that if there's a will, there's a way. There's no reason why anybody can be complaining about not being able to get approved for a loan, credit card, or line of credit when there's multiple hundreds of thousands of people on a daily basis doing it. This is the problem. People do what they want to do. And I'm starting to realize that. Like, I understood it, but I'm really starting to see it. We all know that credit can change your life. But it's a small percentage of people in the world who focus on credit, their credit. People would rather spend $300 a day on lean, on weed, on whatever that they want to do, vice versa, them spending $150 on that and putting $150 towards their business, or maybe $100 on that and $200 towards their business. People do what they want to do. So I'm starting to see that if they're not really trying to put no effort towards their credit or getting no job, or they really don't want to do that. So what's the point of even continue to try to help them or preach it to them? If you know somebody that's in a situation and they ain't got a job, they might be staying with their mama, their daddy, they might got kids, and they're a grown-ass man or woman, and they in their 30s, that's a mental issue, because there's nothing. You put yourself in this position to have these kids. You put yourself in all this whole predicament. So there's something that should tell you, like, you got to figure out, okay, let me go figure out how I can get a job while they at school, or let me get a job while they sleep. Like, figure out how you gonna fend for yourself, because no man's gonna want to take care of you. And then y'all being in relationships and baby daddies that can't help y'all, or baby mamas that listen. You rarely hear women leaving anything for their kids. You rarely hear, and I'm not saying that there isn't, but you rarely hear women doing anything for their kids. Women make excuses for a lot. If a women can't do for their kids, they blame it on the father. When you could have got your credit together, put in a little bit extra work, invested into something, and start making passive income. And that's for man or woman. Because at the end of the day, everybody is doing the exact same thing. You got people who rapping. You got a category of people who doing YouTube videos, from faceless automation channels to credit channels to reaction channels. You got people who got 9-to-5 jobs. You got people who cut hair. You got people who do hair. You got people who do landscaping. You got people who do pressure washing. You got people who rent out cars. You got people who doing the exact same things. So what are you interested in? And then people complain about not having money. Well, y'all do know a job will pay you. A job is not meant for you to work there for the rest of your life. A job is meant for you to hurry up and get some money, stack it up so you can invest into something that's going to have you blessed. The more you invest, the more you be blessed. It don't matter how, but a lot of people are lazy. So they don't want to get a job. They want to go get the fast money and do things that's not going to help them out in life. When the most money comes from things that's legal and not illegal. You can literally walk in the bank and get $1 million. You know how much drugs and how many methods and how many scams you gotta pull to make $1 million, or how much of your body you gotta sell to make $1 million, or how many records you gotta sell to make $1 million, or y'all be, and this was kills me. So many people want to be rappers and get this rapper money, but y'all not know when this record label gives you an advance, that's a loan. When you could have just walked in the bank and got that same amount, if not more, with your own profile. You gotta pay that back. And then the APR on them music loans be super duper high. So they give you 3.5 million, you probably gotta pay back $7 million. Just before you start making money off your music. Y'all don't be owning y'all royalties, y'all don't be owning y'all masters, y'all don't be owning nothing. And they give you this loan. They basically taking all your power and giving you a loan that you gotta pay back. So it's a finesse. Like, why? If I'm giving you all this power, why do I gotta pay you back this money? Y'all ain't never think about that? Listen. Working smarter and not harder is how you become successful in life. Point blank, period. So knowing the business on anything that you're doing will help you. Banks deal with people with bad credit because your credit score really doesn't determine anything. It's your debt, payment history, and your age. That's showing them you good with money, you good with paying back money, and you can afford it. So Key Bank has business term loans and they have small business lines of credit. Meeting your business goals often means adding funds to grow and expand, whether you need to buy equipment or property, consolidating debt, or increase capital. Key Bank business term loans give you a leg up with flexible terms and competitive interest rates. So terms from 12 to 84 months. Minimum loan amount, $10,000. Maximum loan amount, $500,000. Minimum monthly payment varies. Payment calculated based on loan amount, rate, term, and structure. How you got your loan structured. So futures, ability to finance equipment purchases with interest only draw periods that automatically convert outstanding amounts to term loans. Up to 100% financing may be available for equipment. Options for both secured and unsecured loans. Competitive fixed and adjustable interest rates. Fixed monthly payments for easy budgeting. Automatic payment deduction means worry-free banking. May be eligible for SBA guarantee. All right, so that's what their business term loans. When it comes to their small business lines of credit, they have the same thing. Term, renewable every 12 months. Minimum loan amount, $10,000. Maximum loan amount, $500,000. Monthly minimum payment varies. Payment calculated based on the product, loan amount, and ratio. So depending on how much you use, will determine how much you pay back a month. Futures is easy, 24/7 access to funds, secured and unsecured lines, competitive pricing, monthly payments with interest-only options, hassle-free renewal, may be eligible for SBA guarantee. All right, so make sure you guys are tapping in with Key Bank because they are helping people, small business, and people with bad credit get funded for their new small startup businesses. Now, depending on your credit score will determine your APR. So if you have bad credit, already understand that more than likely you're going to be paying back a high amount. If you have decent credit to good credit, you will be paying back less or have a lower APR. Right? So make sure you guys are tapping in with KeyBank. Make sure you guys are paying attention to what I be saying in the beginning of these videos when it comes to building your credit profiles with debt, with payment history, with age, and DTI, because understanding this will help you get approved for a loan. Understanding this will help you slow your brakes and get what you need to get done first before you run into a bank and get these hard inquiries or soft pulls and all this extra stuff ran on your credit, and that's gonna mess you up before getting another loan, from getting any type of loan. So follow instructions, listen to what I'm saying, hear what I'm saying, take y'all notes, invest in yourself, get y'all lessons, and start growing, because knowledge is power, right? KeyBank Small Business Loans. Shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, and subscribers out there, because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me to keep going. Y'all motivate me to keep dropping this sauce. And y'all motivate me to keep y'all entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there that's tired of being broke, because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime 1-on-1 Unlimited Gems is $1,000, but for limited time, I'm doing it for $600. But if you got 5 questions, I'm doing 5 questions for $350. Yes, $350 Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the $350 is on your Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know your payment ready, and we will go from there. All right? No screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yell me. Also, make sure y'all tapping in with the Crypto Tour in-person limited gym, $6,500, $500 deposit. There's some money we meet in person. In these lessons, I will be teaching you everything that you want to know. This is not a lesson where I just come with so much information, I just teach you how to do. No, it's not working like that. Have an idea, know what you want to learn, so when you come, you can somebody present it to me like, all right, this is what I want to learn about. I've been doing my research on this, and I also want to learn about this, and I also have some questions on this. That'll help me. That will allow me to understand and focus on certain topics, so I won't be all over the place. All right, so understand and know what y'all want to learn before y'all booking y'all lessons and doing stuff like that. All right. Also, make sure y'all tapping into my credit mentorship, $6,500, $2,500 and up. Trade lines not included. I will be structuring your personal credit, establishing it, and building your business credit, establishing it so you get loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. Teaching you about the business game and all that, and keeping you together, getting you together. Make sure you go tap into my Telegram Millionaire Network. Still look for people for the production company. Still looking for rappers, singers, models, producers, cameramen, women, gamers, content creators, and streamers. We're going to do a lot of skits, blogs, movies, music videos, traveling, networking, and having fun. Make sure you go tap into my Twitch, King Hustle Live. I do all my freebies, giveaways, IRL streaming, dual streaming, streaming with the hus, all the fun stuff, all the freak stuff over there, all right? So make sure you go tap into my Twitch, King Hustle Live, and also make sure you go subscribe and hit the notification bell on my YouTube, King Hustle Live. That's connected to my Twitch, so they go hand in hand. So you subscribe to that, subscribe to both, so you won't miss out on no freebies. Subscribe to all the YouTube channels so you won't miss out on no freebies, because I do a stream. Also, make sure you go tap into my reaction channel, King Hustle Crazy Reactions. We turning up over there. Make sure you go tap into my music YouTube channel, King Hustle X1M. Just dropped a new mixtape, Hustle and Flow, and a new single, Miss Coleman. Go like, share, comment, subscribe, run them views, comment to them likes up. Make sure you go tap into the clothing brand, Boost School Apartment on IG. Dropping new joggers there on the way, so make sure y'all ready for that. And I'm also giving out free joggers if you get any load, Cash App, or Bitcoin. So make sure y'all tapping in on that, $500 and up. Make sure y'all follow me on my Instagram, King Hustle X1 for free methods and for more free information. Go run them followers up, man. And with that being said, man, it's your boy King Hustle. Y'all know how I get down to the end of these videos. I'll see you at the next lesson or video. Peace.